Hey guys, this is CA Sachin Jain from Jodhpur, and today we are going to start our discussion on a very important topic, that is recent changes, recent amendment, recent important things which we need to take in our mind while doing the GST practices. Sir, we all know that post budget यहाँ कोई ज्यादा कोई मेजर चेंजेस नहीं है, कोई मेजर अमेंडमेंट नहीं है. Then, sir, what is the requirement of this session and why there is a requirement of this type of session for 2 hours? So, I just want to clear in your mind, multiple things are there जहां पर हम लोग कहीं ना कहीं पे छोटी छोटी सी गलतियां कर रहे हैं. Due to those mistakes, we need we need to face certain litigations. Okay, we need to face certain litigations. We need to face certain use things in our day-to-day practices while we are getting the notices from the departmental authority. Also, कई सारी ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, we are going to ignore those things. Okay, because हम लोग सोचते हैं we will do it on the next day, we will do it in later case. Okay, but वो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है because as a chartered accountant, as a professional, if I am doing the work of my client, in that case I need to be very much conscious that all the things are perfect in that particular case. Okay, with that motive, I am going to organize, I am going to launch this webinar, this 1 hour and 45 minutes webinar on this platform, so that we all are aware from the things. Okay, practically क्या चीजें अभी हो रही है, what things are going on in the current scenario, and how we can save ourselves, how we can save our clients from the litigation, from the any disputed issues. Okay, for that purpose I am going to launch this session, I am going to organize this session. Okay sir, so in this session हम लोग कोई लॉ के बारे में बात नहीं करने वाले हैं, किसी भी प्रोविजन के बारे में बात नहीं करने वाले हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक कंप्लीटली ऑन अ प्रैक्टिकल बेसिस. ओके, वो सारी की सारी चीजें जिसके लिए अगर आप किसी प्रोफेशनल के पास में जाते हैं, इन दैट केस he or she will charge from you 10,000 15,000 rupees of fees. We are going to provide this all these consultancy in this small video. Okay, so this session is very much important. If possible, take one pen and paper with you so that you can note all the things which is relevant for you in your case. Okay sir, so in this session I am going to cover the practical aspect, the practical changes, the practical things which we need to be take care in our mind. Okay sir, or first, confirm me that the voice is audible and the presentation is visible to all of you in the chat box. Chat box is there. If you have any question, if you have any query, you can raise the question, you can raise the query in the chat box itself. Okay, sir? So chat box is available. You can raise the query in the chat box. I am not going to take the queries in between the session, but I will take the queries post session, that is post completion of the session. I will another record one video for 20 to 25 minutes for your queries, or if the number of queries are very less, in that case I will provide the reply of the query in between the in the chat box itself. Okay sir, is that okay sir? Because time is limited to us and content we need to cover. Okay, so I am not going to take the queries in between the session, we are going to take the queries post completion of the session. Okay sir, so there are certain points are there. I just noted certain points for your reference, and from those points we are going to discuss those points one by one. Okay, and this is my assurance to you, each and every point is very much relevant for us, and if we are making a single mistake, in that case the penalty, the result of those mistakes are really very huge. So we need to be very much careful while doing the practices, while filing of any form. In today's session, I am also going to discuss certain forms, that how we need to file those forms, how we need to file an application for closure of the business, how we can file the amendment application in core field and non-core field. Because sir, हो क्या रहा है, अमेंडमेंट बजट के मेरे इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे खूब सारे पड़े हैं. आप देख सकते हो अमेंडमेंट जो बजट के आए हैं, यू कैन इजीली गो थ्रू विद दैट. ओके, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो go through the videos which are available on the YouTube. Multiple videos are available. Okay, our target is to discuss on certain practical issues, and also we are going to discuss on certain changes which is relevant for us. Okay, sir. So this session is completely designed in a practical way, and we are going to discuss each and everything in completely practical way. So, sir, with that, I'm going to start the session. Voice is audible and the presentation is visible to all of you. Is that okay, sir? So, 100% concentration यहाँ पर और हम लोग start करने जा रहे हैं. Sir, I know very well that कैमरे के उस side. That means you all are professionals, you all are businessmen, and you all are knowledgeable persons, and we all know the things. Okay, I am just going to discuss the things with you so that it will be very much beneficial for you as well as for me. And if you have any comment, in that case, chat box is here. You can post your comments, you can post your queries, you can post your suggestion, you can post your recommendation in the chat box. Okay, sir. So we are going to start our discussion on this. Sir, ma'am, I'm going to discuss point by point. First point. Is that okay, sir? I'm going to start point by point. And after completion of the point, this is your responsibility, if possible. Comment in the chat box that, sir, this point is okay for us. So that it is a award for me, it is a reward for me, and it is an appreciation for me. Okay, sir. So now, first point is that, sir, first and second point हम लोग बाद में discuss करेंगे. We are going to discuss on point number first and second letter case. First, I am going to take the point number third. Okay, and I am going to discuss the practical things with you, not the theoretical part of the point. But while discussing the practical points, I am going to cover theory as well. Okay, sir. So all these things are very much relevant in your day-to-day practices. Amendment and forfeit and rejection. Sir, मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ? Sir, चीजों को समझना आप what I want to say to you, and you can apply the same in your practical life. Sir, we all know that in current days, department is going for the physical verification. Okay, there is a drive in Pan India. There is a drive running in Pan India regarding the physical verification of businesses. और जब वो लोग physical verification of businesses के लिए आते हैं, at that time they are going to physically verify the presence of the business. Okay, they are just going to verify. They are just going to verify the physical presence. Also, they are going to verify the documentation. Okay, that documentation part is okay, and the identity proof is there. The board is there regarding your GST and all that. The information of business name is there in front of your business premises. All these things they are going to check. Okay, there is no any purpose to check the stock of your business and the inventory and the accounting and data. Okay, they are not going to check the same. And if someone is coming and demanding for those documents, in that case, you need to argue with that, sir. In case of physical drive, you just need to check these things. And if you want to physically verify our inventory and our books of accounts, in that case, you need to give a notice to us regarding the prior intimation. Because without prior intimation, you cannot check the inventory and the books of. Okay, sir. So पॉइंट अपना ये नहीं था. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू शेयर द थिंग्स. पॉइंट अपना था सर कोर फील्ड. सर कोर फील्ड के अंदर क्या होता है? इफ आई वांट टू चेंज, इफ माय बिजनेस इज पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म एंड इफ आई वांट टू चेंज द पार्टनर, सपोज earlier I have four partners and I want to reduce the partners to two. In that case, I need to file a application under core field. Okay, if I want to change the partner, the director, and all these things, in that case, I need to change the same through the amendment in forfeit. Also, if I want to add any additional place of business, I want to add any additional place of business. In that case, also, I need to change my core field. I need to amend my core fields. Okay, sir. So now, जैसे ही डिपार्टमेंट ने ये डिक्लेयर किया, department has come with an information regarding the physical drive. Multiple amendments are registered on the GST portal regarding registration of additional place of business. जहां किसी बिजनेस ने केवल प्रिंसिपल प्लेस शो कर रखा था कि माय प्रिंसिपल प्लेस इज इन राजस्थान, and now he is going to declare the 5 to 6 additional places is in his GSTN registration. Okay, ओके, इज दैट ओके? बिकॉज डिपार्टमेंट ये लेकर के आया, इससे कहीं ना कहीं पर अवेयरनेस आई और लोग आए हैं। अब नाउ क्वेश्चन इज दैट देयर इज वन प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम इज देयर, सो आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस दैट प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम। सर सपोज कभी आपने कोई एडिशनल प्लेस बिजनेस रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाने के लिए वहां पर डाल दिया, you had applied for an additional place of business on your GSTM portal. Okay. And with that, you need to provide two supporting documents. Okay. One is regarding the rent agreement or consent letter or the ownership proof, and another is your ownership proof if the rent agreement and the consent letter. These two documents are required. Suppose you had filed these two documents on the GSTN portal. But due to certain issues, departmental authority or jurisdictional officer has raised a query. Okay, you got the query regarding the change in additional place of businesses. You got the query. Now, problem is that suppose you had not provided the reply to that particular query, or the departmental authority has not सेटिस्फाइड विथ योर क्वेरी। तो यहाँ पर क्या हुआ, आपने वो क्वेरी या तो प्रोवाइड नहीं करी। अगर आपने क्वेरी प्रोवाइड कर दी, इफ यू फाइल द क्वेरी, इन दैट केस इफ डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी विल नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विथ दैट क्वेरी, इन दैट केस दे विल रिजेक्ट द एप्लीकेशन। देयर इज नो वे टू विच दैट, because when you got the rejection, in that case again you can file the registration of additional place of business, or you can file the amendment in additional place of businesses. But due to certain issues, if you had not provided the reply to that particular query, okay, there are two scenarios. Sir समझना, सिनेरियो को समझना। इन केस ऑफ क्वेरी आपने रिप्लाई प्रोवाइड करवाया, डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है, यू गॉट द रिजेक्शन। बट इन केस you had not provided the reply, okay, in that case departmental authority is not going to suo moto reject your application. This is the problem. Now सपोज आपने कोई एडिशनल प्लेस को ऐड करने के लिए एप्लीकेशन डाल दी और आपने उसका रिप्लाई कोई क्वेरी रेज हुई, एंड यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड द रिप्लाई, एंड आफ्टर 1 year and 1.5 years now you want to add a certain place as an additional place of business again. In that case, when you are going to file the application for amendment of additional place of business, in that case वहां पर एक एरर आ जाएगा, you found to get an error in that page that your application is already submitted to the departmental authority and pending for clarification. बिफोर 1.5 year आपने वहां पर कोई एप्लीकेशन डाली थी, नाउ अगर आपने उसका रिप्लाई नहीं दिया, इन दैट केस वो सुओ मोटो यहाँ पर कैंसिल नहीं हो सकती है। सो द क्वेश्चन इज दैट हाउ वी कैन रिजॉल्व दिस इश्यू। So for that purposes, you just need to file a reply with your jurisdictional authority. You need to file a reply with your jurisdictional authority in a physical form that, sir, we had filed an application for amendment, and due to certain reasons we were not able to provide the reply at that time, we were not able to provide the clarification at that time, hence it is being requested to you, kindly reject that application so that we can again file the application for amendment the core field. That is what is our role. So that मैंने ये वाली इंफॉर्मेशन आपसे इसलिए शेयर की, nowadays मैक्सिमम पीपल्स को ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है कि सर देयर इज एन एरर ऑन द पेज ऑफ कोड फील्ड, एंड दे आर आस्किंग द सेम ऑन यूट्यूब एंड गूगल, एंड Google is not providing the correct answer. So that I am going to share the information with you that in that case you just need to go to the departmental authority and write a notice to a jurisdictional officer regarding mentioning the fact. Is that okay, sir? And after that reply to the departmental authority, to the jurisdictional authority will reject the application from the GSTN portal, and now you can file a fresh application for the amendment of the core field. That is what is the point I want to discuss. Sir, is that okay for you? First point regarding amendment in the core field, and if there is any query by the departmental authority and you are not going to provide the reply of that query in that stipulated time, in that case departmental authority will not suo moto go to reject the application. You need to file an application manually to the judicial officer mentioning all the facts. That is what is the point. So is that okay? Now, next point. Sir, two-way factor authentication, which will applicable from 15th July 2023. Sir, two-way factor authentication. This is an update. Okay. This is an update regarding two-way factor authentication. Sir, what do you mean by this two-way factor authentication and what is the relevance of it? Okay. So, first, just I want to inform you that this provision will mandatorily applicable from 15th July 2023 if the turnover exceeded by 100 crore rupees. सो जिनका टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ या फिर उससे ज्यादा है उनके ऊपर ये वाला टू वे फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन वाला प्रोविजन एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा एंड ऑल दोज जीएसटीएन शुड मैंडेटरीली फॉलो दिस प्रिंसिपल फ्रॉम 15th जुलाई 2023. इज दैट ओके सर? सर नाउ हमको ये तो समझ में आ गया कि अगर टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ से बाहर है इन दैट केस फ्रॉम 15 जुलाई 2023 टू वे फैक्टर authentication will be mandatorily applicable if the turnover is crossed 100 crore rupees. Now question is that sir what do you mean by this two way factor authentication? इसका मतलब क्या है? सर मैं बहुत बेसिक तरीके से आपके साथ इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर रहा हूँ, बहुत बेसिक लेवल पे जाकर के बात कर रहा हूँ. ऐसा मान रहा हूँ कि वी हैव नो नॉलेज रिगार्डिंग द टू वे फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन एंड ऑल दैट, सो दैट you got the points very easily. I suppose that amendment in the core field rejection wala part is clear for you, and if you are going to face any issue regarding that, in that case you will be able to provide the proper reply to your client to solve the problem for your client. Okay sir. Now sir, two-way factor authentication is applicable in case of e-way bill and e-invoice. ई-वे बिल एंड ई इनवॉइस. सर होता क्या है नाउ? करंटली हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? करंटली वी आर गोइंग टू द ई-वे बिल एंड ई इनवॉइस पोर्टल, वी आर गोइंग टू लॉग इन using the credentials. Okay, there is no any other things. You just need to put the user id and the password and you need to click the login tab so that you will be in the e-invoice and e-way bill portal. So डिपार्टमेंट ने ये सोचा, गवर्नमेंट ने ये सोचा कि ऐसे तो anyone can use this login credentials. Suppose if I had shared my login credential on WhatsApp and someone has hacked my WhatsApp, in that case he can easily got the e-way bill and e-invoice ID password so that he can easily log into that particular portal and he or she can raise the invoices whatever amount. So this is an issue with privacy and security. Hence, government has come with the next scheme, and in that scheme, आपको login credential तो use करना ही है. This is your first factor. Now, sir, second factor is your SMS or OTP. One-time password authentication. After putting the login ID and the password, there is one more authentication is there. That is your OTP authentication. Sir, now question is that how you are going to get the OTPs. Okay. How you are going to get the OTPs. So for that purpose, there is three ways are available. First is your SMS. You can get the SMS on your registered mobile number, and from that registered mobile number, you just need to put the OTP on the portal so that you can easily log into that page. First option is your SMS. Second option is an app. An application is there. Okay, and using this application, you just need to download this application from Play Store, and from that application, you need to put your credentials in that application, and you can easily get the OTP from that. And you just need to put that OTP on your GSTN portal, that is your e-invoice or e-way bill portal post login. so that the second factor authentication will completed and you can easily go to that particular port. Third option is your NIC GST Shield app. You can download this app from e-invoice and e-way bill portal, and you just need to download this application, and through this application you can get the OTP, and the received OTP you can put on the e-invoice or e-way bill portal and easily log in. You can easily log into that particular. So, sir, first factor is your login credential. Second factor is your OTP. How you can get the OTP? First option is your SMS. Second option is your application from the Play Store. Third option is NIC GST Shield application, which you can download from the e-invoice or e-way bill portal, and through that you can get the OTP, and you just need to put that OTP on the e-invoice on e-way bill portal, and you can easily log into the particular portal. That is what is the thing. Is that okay, sir? फर्स्ट फैक्टर, सेकंड फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन ना, जिनका भी टर्नओवर प्रीवियस फाइनेंशियल ईयर्स में 100 करोड़ को क्रॉस कर रहा है, in that case the provision is applicable, mandatorily applicable. In that case you need to go to the e-invoice or e-way bill portal and you just need to create your registration on that page. आपका registration होगा. Now you just need to put your registration ID and your password, and you got an OTP on your registered mobile number, and after putting that OTP you will enroll for that particular mandatory provision for two-way factor authentication. Is that okay, sir? I suppose this information is also very much useful for you. If your client cross the turnover of 100 CR, in that case, you need to follow this. You need to guide your client that sir, two-way factor authentication is applicable. Now, when you are going to generate any e-way bill or e-invoice, in that case, with your login credential, you just need to put the OTP which you are getting on your SMS, which you are getting on the application, or which you are getting on the NIC GST Shield app. Is that okay, sir? This information, this is our second part. First part was related to the core field and second part is related to our two-factor authentication. I suppose is that okay for you? If you have any issue, you can comment in the chat box, and if the point is clear for you, then this is my request to you. Just comment okay in the chat box. Sir, can we take the third point? E-invoice applicability. Sir, हमको सबको पता है, we all know. Just for information, because the session is called the updates. Okay, so I had covered this sum. E-invoice. If your turnover crossed the 5 crore rupees during any financial year, from the financial year 2017-18, in that case, e-invoice provision will be applicable on you from 1st August 2023. That means अगर फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2017-18 2017-18 से किसी भी फाइनेंशियल ईयर में इफ योर टर्नओवर got crossed by the limit of 5 crore rupees, in that case e-invoice provision will be applicable. That means the particular applicant, that particular GSTM holder should generate the e-invoice from the e-invoice port. Is that okay, sir? अर्लियर ये लिमिट 10 करोड़ थी, अब इसको रिड्यूस करके 5 करोड़ रुपीस कर दिया है. अगर आपका टर्नओवर 5 करोड़ रुपए होता है, इन दैट केस आपको ई इनवॉइस जनरेट करना मैंडेटरी हो जाएगा फ्रॉम 1st अगस्त. सर, ई इनवॉइस कहां कहां पर एप्लीकेबल होगा? Invoice is applicable in case of your registered sales, in case of your credit and debit note, in case of your export related invoices. These three cases के अंदर the e-invoice provision will be applicable in case of B2C, B2B, debit credit note and export. In case of your B2CS supply, that means if someone is going to make sales to an unregistered person, in that case, the e-invoice provision will not be applicable on that unregistered sales. For your registered sales, you need to generate the e-invoice. Okay, but while calculating the turnover, while calculating the limit of 5 crore rupees, in that case, you need to add your unregistered sales also. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपकी रजिस्टर्ड सेल्स है 4 CR रुपीज एंड योर अनरजिस्टर्ड सेल्स है 6 CR रुपीज, टोटल सेल्स इज 10 करोड़ रुपीज। अब आप वहां पर ये आर्ग्यू करोगे सर मेरी तो जो रजिस्टर्ड सेल्स है वो 5 CR से कम है, सो द ई इनवॉइस इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल। सो नो, द टर्नओवर is your complete turnover. Okay, sir, your total turnover including your unregistered key sales. So, but you need to generate e-invoice only for your registered sales, only for your credit and debit note, only for your export, not for your unregistered sales. That is what is the point regarding the e-invoice. Sir, one more important information is there. We are going to generate the e-invoice. Our turnover cross, hence we need to generate the e-invoice, and we know that for which invoice we need to generate the e-invoice. But कई बार क्या होता है, we are going to generate the e-invoice. Suppose I am just going to share the example, and as a chartered accountant, as a professional, as a tax consultant, this is your duty also, this is my duty also, that we need to consult our client regarding the e-invoice also. Okay, so in that case, one example is there. Suppose during June 2023, taxpayer booked and sales invoice number 711 2023, okay, for 1 lakh rupees. He has also generated the invoice. He has also generated the invoice, and after generation of e-invoice, उसने sale cancel कर दी. Due to certain reason, sales has cancelled. In that case, वो क्या करता है, सेल्स को कैंसिल कर देता है, बट द टैक्सपेयर इज नॉट गोइंग टू कैंसिल द इनवॉइस पोर्टल, एंड व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू फाइल द जीएसटीआर 1 रिटर्न, इन दैट केस उसके जीएसटीआर 1 रिटर्न में तो वो सेल्स आने वाली है नहीं, बिकॉज ही हैज कैंसिल्ड द इनवॉइस, बट the same invoice is available on the e-invoice portal, and the same is auto populated in our GSTR1 return, and mismatch is there. So we need to suggest to our client, we need to guide to our client, कि sir, when you are going to cancel any invoice, in that case, this when you are going to cancel any invoice, in that case, this is your responsibility. That same time, you need to cancel your e-invoice also, because if the same is reflected on the GSTM portal due to the data which is fed on your e-invoice portal, in that case, this is a big mistake, because this is also a parameter of business audit and business scrutiny. You can get the audit notices, business audit or departmental audit notices, due to that if there is any huge difference. और मैं तो ये कहूँ कि difference होना ही क्यों चाहिए. We just need to consult to our client कि sir, if you are going to cancel any invoice, in that case you just need to cancel your e-invoice also. And suppose पहले उसने 711202324 इनवॉइस X के लिए बनाई थी. Now the taxpayer is going to change the buyer. Now he is going to sell that particular product to Y. So he has changed the same on the his invoice, his accounting software, but he has not changed the things on the e-invoice portal. He has not cancelled the e-invoice portal and not regenerated the new e-invoice. That is what is the issue. So in that case, when we are going to file the GSTR1 return, we got certain mismatches. The mismatch is due to the data fed on the invoice portal and data fed in the GSTN portal, and due to that difference is created. So we need to examine these things. We need to guide our clients. Sir, if you are going to change the GSTN, in that case, update the same on e-invoice portal also. And also one more information is there. You just need to generate the e-invoice immediately at the time of your invoice. Don't wait. 7 दिन की एप्लीकेबिलिटी है, 10 दिन की एप्लीकेबिलिटी है, 15 दिन की एप्लीकेबिलिटी है, whatever will be the timeline, we just need to generate the e-invoice with your invoice itself. That is what is the guidance we need to provide to our client, so that we can save our client from the future litigations. Because अगर आप लोग डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी के लॉगिन क्रेडेंशियल से वहां पर लॉगिन करके कभी देखेंगे, ओके, मैं कभी कोई बिजनेस ऑडिट में जाने का काम पड़े और डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी इज गोइंग टू ओपन द डेटा इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, इन दैट केस यू कैन चेक मल्टीपल रिकंसिलिएशंस आर देयर ऑन द इन द फ्रंट ऑफ दैट जीएसटीएन अथॉरिटी, एंड दे कैन चेक मल्टीपल थिंग्स, and multiple parameters are there, multiple flags are there on that particular software. So we need to be very much efficient while dealing with these things. हम सोचते हैं क्या है, एक इनवॉइस ही तो है, वो एक इनवॉइस भी वहां पर रेड अलर्ट जनरेट करते हैं, ड्यू टू दैट देयर इज अ चांसेस दैट अवर केस can be covered under business audit, so we need to be very much careful in that case. Is that okay, sir? Third point था e-invoice we had covered. Still we had covered 3 points. First point was related to our core field में amendment. Second point was related to our two-way factor authentication. First factor is your login credential and second factor is your OTP. Third point was e-invoice applicability from 1st August if the turnover crossed 5 crore rupees during any financial year from the financial year of 17-18. Is that okay, sir? यहाँ तक each and everything is okay for you? Just comment in the chat box so that I can take the next point. Although we had covered the next point, mismatch between e-invoice and GSTR 1 sales. We had covered the same, that if there is any difference, I had also discussed the reasons why there is difference between the e-invoice sales and the GSTR 1 sales. Okay, sir? Sir, I am waiting for your reply that each and everything is okay till these 4 points. Now, fifth point is there regarding the GSTR 2B and GSTR 3B. Sir, whenever यस सॉरी सर, जब भी मैं कोई सेक्शन लेता हूँ एक पॉइंट मेरा रहता है, वन पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू जीएसटीआर 2B एंड जीएसटीआर 3B, मिसमैच बिटवीन जीएसटीआर 2B एंड जीएसटीआर 3B. Okay, so sir, this is a very important point, a very crucial point. We all know that input tax credit is the heart of GST. Okay, I am again and again saying that input tax credit is the heart of GST, and the maximum litigations in current scenario and will be in future will be only due to your only due to your input tax credit. Maximum litigations are the, we can say that the root cause of the litigations is your input tax credit. Okay, you got the notices, you got the case in scrutiny due to the input tax credit house only. Okay, so now, and maximum amount of revenue leakage will also decided by the departmental authority due to input tax credit only. So we need to be very much careful regarding that input tax credit. Okay, sir. Now, sir, ITC in this session, because time is limited to us, so we are just going to discuss what is the consequences between the difference in GSTR 3B and GSTR 2B. And I am not just going to discuss the consequences, I am also sharing the techniques how you can prepare the proper reconciliation, how you can guide your client, that's how you can make the proper accounting for the reconciliation of GSTR 3B and GSTR 2B. And if you are going to follow the things, in that case, this will be very much useful for your client as well as for you while filing the GST returns. Sir, as we all know that if the input tax rate reflected in GSTR 2B is 1 lakh rupees under CGST head, in that case we are eligible to claim only 1 lakh rupees under CGST. We cannot claim 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh and 1 rupee, yeah, 1 lakh and 5 rupee. Okay, we need to claim 1 lakh only. If we are going to claim in excess of GSTR to be returned, in that case, department will say that you are not eligible to claim that particular input tax credit, so you need to reverse the same. Although you had fulfilled the condition of section 16 subsection. Sir, in this session, I am not going to discuss the litigation part. ओके अभी अगर मुझे लिटिगेशन पे कोई वेबिनार लेनी है या कोई लेक्चर लेना है इन दैट केस मैं कहता गलती हो भी गई है तो वी आर रेडी टू प्रोवाइड द सॉल्यूशंस ओके वी कैन गो फॉर द लिटिगेशंस वी कैन आर्ग्यू विद मल्टीपल लॉट्स ऑफ डिसीजन by high court and various double AR triple AR authorities regarding the mismatch in GST are 2A and 3B but today in that particular session we are just going to discuss the things that how we can do our things in a proper way how we can change the things how we can boost our knowledge regarding the present updates. So for that purpose I am not going to discuss on any type of litigation. I am just going to discuss that sir if the input tax rate which is reflected in 2B is 1 lakh rupees in that case in our 3B return we are going to claim only 1 lakh rupees. And if we are going to claim 1 lakh 5,000 rupees, in that case, we need to reverse that 5,000 rupees with interest, with applicable interest. Sir, एक एग्जांपल मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर दूं दिस इज अ रियल केस एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू शेयर विद यू इन माय ईच एंड एवरी सेमिनार आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर दिस एग्जांपल आल्सो so in that case suppose as per your 2B your input tax credit is 1 lakh rupees and as per your tally data, your accounting software data, the input tax rate which is reflected in the books of accounts is 1 lakh 10,000 rupees. Okay. So you had claimed the input tax rate as per your books of accounts. That is 1 lakh 10,000 rupees. In that case, you had excess claimed 10,000 rupees in the GSTR 3B return, which is not available in your 2B return. So the department will say that, sir, you was not eligible to claim that particular input tax rate and you had claimed the same. Sir, एग्जाम्पल को थोड़ा सा एनहांस करते हैं यू हैड डन दीज थिंग्स इन द रिटर्न ऑफ अप्रैल 2002 ओके अप्रैल 2022 में आपने ये वाला सिनेरियो था सपोज इन मे मंथ that 10,000 is automatically reflected in your to be return. So आपने बोला कि ठीक है the same is reflected in my GST or to be return. So I just need to pay interest on that 10,000 rupees and you are going to pay 18% interest on this 10,000 rupees. You had paid the interest also. At the time of departmental scrutiny, at the time of departmental audit, suppose you got the notice of the audit on in the month of in the year of 2024. That is after the timeline of section 16 subsection 4. In that case, departmental authority will say, sir, in the month of April 2022, you was not able, you was not eligible to claim the input which is not reflected in your GST or to be written amounting to rupees 10,000 rupees. And you had claimed the same. तो आप बोलोगे सर yes we had claimed but in the month of May the same input is reflected in the GSTR 2B and we had also paid the interest at the rate of 18% on that 10,000 rupees. Departmental authority will say sir when you had claimed the input tax rate of that 10,000 rupees in the April month at that time you was not eligible to claim the same and you had claimed the ineligible input tax credit in the April month. So, first, you need to reverse your ineligible input, and in the month of May, you need to claim that input tax credit. You had not done the same. That means, जो आपकी May month की input है 10,000 for which you are eligible. The timeline as per section 16 subsection 4 has already lapsed. और reversal आपने किया नहीं regarding April month, so you need to reverse the same. In that case reversal भी होगा 10,000 का and you are not eligible to claim that 10,000 also. That means there is a cumulative loss of 20,000 rupees to you with interest. So we need to take care of these things in our mind when we are going to claim excess input with comparison to your GST at to be written. In that case, prepare a proper reconciliation of that and also take care of it when you got that input tax rate in your GSTR to be return. First, reverse that amount in your GSTR 3 be return, and then after reclaim the input tax rate which is available in your GSTR to be return and pay the interest accordingly so that this will be the perfect treatment for you. So, I am just going to share the consequences. I just share the consequences of the difference between GSTR 3B and GSTR 2B. And this is a very real consequence. and in future you will found multiple number of litigations are only due to this difference between GSTR 3B and GSTR 2B because a red flag is there. हम भी देख रहे हैं कि when we are going to claim excess input tax rate in comparison to GSTR to be written, in that case the red flag is there. Okay, your data will be red. So the same is to be auto-populated in the system of the departmental authority, and they are going to issue the notices. They are going to take the cases in the scrutiny or departmental audit on the basis of these red flags. So we need to be very much careful for that. Is that okay, sir? Now, सर आपने consequences तो बता दिए. Any solution? So if you are in litigation, in that case you need to take the references. But for the future, how we can reconcile for the current scenario and for the future. This is my suggestion to you. Just claim the tax credit as per 2B only. Suppose for a particular month, that is June 2020, your input tax credit as per GSTR 2B is 1 lakh rupees. And as per your books, input tax credit is 1 lakh 10,000 rupees. Now, your problem is that the problem of the client is that sir उस 10,000 का हम कैसे reconciliation रखें, how we are going to prepare the reconciliation for that 10,000 rupees because 1 lakh is it available in the to be 1 lakh 10,000 as per our books. अब हमने किस 1 लाख रुपए की इनपुट क्लेम की, how we are going to decide. So for that purpose, each and every accounting software is very much efficient to reconcile the GSTR 2B data with the books of accounts. So whatever will be your accounting software, whether it is an a Tally or it is an a BG or it is an a SAP or whatever will be the accounting software, you just need to reconcile. You just need to get the GSTR 2B in your accounting software and do the reconciliation. Don't demand the GSTR 2B from the client at your office. As a chartered accountant, I am saying because we have also the software. So don't demand the data at your office. Just demand the reconciliation only. बिकॉज अगर आप उससे डेटा मांगोगे फिर आप अपने यहाँ पे रिकंसिलिएशन करोगे इफ यू हैव नंबर ऑफ क्लाइंट्स इन दैट केस दिस इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टास्क फॉर यू टू रिकंसाइल द डेटा ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी क्लाइंट for that purpose I am saying to you, you just need to guide to your client. Okay sir, you just need to import the data in your accounting software. Accounting software will automatically reconcile and automatically the accounting software will provide the details of the invoices which is not available in your GSTR to be written. Suppose this difference that is 10,000 rupees. Two invoices are there, 5,000 each. So you just need to make one ledger in your accounting software regarding the unclaimed GST. Okay, and for these two invoices, you just need to transfer the same in your unclaimed GST account. Next month, again you are going to reconcile the figure from the GSTR to be written, and you got 10,000 rupees excess in your GSTR to be written. You got the previous invoices. Okay, accounting software will automatically reconcile. You just need to transfer that unclaimed tax credit to the GST so that the input is automatically reflected in your GSTR return and you can easily claim the input tax. That is what is the way which you need to follow for the reconciliation. So, sir, I had provided the solution and we had also discussed on the solution. First, we had discussed on the consequences that what are the consequences of the differences between the GSTR 3B and the GSTR 2B, and we had also discussed the solution for the same, that how we can solve the problem. We just need to modify certain accounting ledgers and also we just need to guide to our client. Okay, you can prepare one video on that. Also, the same is available on my YouTube channel regarding that. You can share that video to your client. That's why you need to make changes in your accounting software. These type of changes you need to make in your accounting software so that your accounting will be perfect and your data from the GST at 2B and the books will be matched. Okay, sir. Now, next point. Sir, GSTR 1 versus GSTR 3B. आपका क्वेश्चन होगा, सर व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू टेल इन दैट डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन जीएसटीआर 1 एंड 3 वी ऑल नो ओके। पिछले 6 साल से हम लोग जीएसटीआर 1 एंड 3 फाइल कर रहे हैं। यस सर, there is no any specific, there is specific things is there in that point discussion, but I am just going to discuss certain important points regarding that. Okay, regarding that we are going to discuss on certain important points. Now sir, I am just going to take the example. Suppose the due date for GSTR 1 return is 11 and for 3B is your 20th of next. Okay, these two due dates are there. Suppose your client has made one sales in the GSTR 1 return for 5 lakh rupees taxable value. And we had, and that person has already put the same in the GSTR 1 return regarding that particular month. But उसको क्या हुआ 13 तारीख को ये पता, he got that idea on the 13th that he has not made that particular sales. Okay, he has not transferred the goods to the location. Sales has been cancelled. Due to that, first option is that he can issue the credit note. ओके, बट इन दैट केस अगर गुड्स गए ही नहीं है तो सामने वाली काउंटर पार्टी उसको एक्सेप्ट करने वाली नहीं है, सामने वाली काउंटर पार्टी इनपुट को रिवर्स करने वाली नहीं है। द काउंटर पार्टी विल नॉट गोइंग टू रिवर्स द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट बिकॉज ही हैज नॉट क्लेम्ड, द काउंटर पार्टी हैज नॉट क्लेम्ड द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट। और जब उसने क्लेम ही नहीं की, देन हाउ द काउंटर पार्टी कैन रिड्यूस द इनपुट टैक्स रेट और रिवर्स द इनपुट टैक्स रेट। इन दैट केस होता क्या है, वो वहां से कैंसिल करता है, हमको उसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन भेजता है और हम क्या करते हैं, हमने बोला वन गलत चला गया, इज दैट ओके? नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू चेंज द सेम इन अवर जीएसटीआर 3B रिटर्न। जीएसटीआर 3B रिटर्न में हम क्या करते हैं, सेल्स को वी आर गोइंग टू रिड्यूस बाय 5 लाख रुपीस। दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस इन द मार्केट। और नेक्स्ट मंथ क्या होता है, जो जीएसटीआर 1 की सेल्स है, वी आर गोइंग टू रिड्यूस द सेम, वी आर गोइंग टू अमेंड अवर जीएसटीआर 1 with zero value. Okay, and 3B will be perfect because we had already reduced the 3B in the month itself. So in that case, there is a difference between GSTR 1 and 3B. In this month or in second month also there is difference. You can say that sir the difference is setting off. Yes, your difference is setting off. यहाँ पर your GSTR 3B is less lower by 5 lakh rupees and your GSTR 1 is lower by 5 lakh rupees. So you can say that difference is setting off. So there is no issue. If any notices come, in that case we can provide the proper reply regarding that. Yes, I agree with your term that you can provide the proper reply and also departmental authority can satisfy with this. But sir, why you want to make this type of mistakes when you can easily cover these things in your returns? You just need to file the actual price, that is you are not going to reduce your sales by 5 lakh rupees in the GSTR 3B also. You just need to provide the same sales in your GSTR 3B return, and in second month return you just need to reduce your GSTR 1, and at the same time you are going to reduce your sales in your GSTR 3B return itself. So in that case your GSTR 1 and 3B difference between your GSTR 1 and 3B in the first month will be nil and in the second month will also be nil. So that आपने अगर पहले वाली सिचुएशन भी फॉलो की और डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी आई, आई नो वेरी वेल दैट यू आर इन सिचुएशन टू प्रोवाइड द प्रॉपर रिप्लाई, देयर इज नो इश्यू विद दैट, बट व्हाई डू यू वांट दैट एनी नोटिस कम टू योर क्लाइंट? नोटिस आना ही नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि इफ यू गॉट वन नोटिस इन दैट केस डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी विल चेक लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स, and if they are going to check lots of things, in that case they will get lots of things. So we need to be very much careful for that. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि अपने को उनको देखने नहीं देना है, but we just need to plan the things that how we can file a proper return, how we can file a proper declaration, because departmental authority is going to take your case under scrutiny on the basis of the data reflected on the common code. The red flags. जैसे ही there is a difference between your GSTR 1 and 3B, there is an alert message to the departmental authority and they are going to check the things. So if we are not going to give the opportunity to the departmental authority that sir come and check certain things, in that case we can save our clients from the litigation, from the penal provisions, from the interest and from all other consequences. So this is a suggestion from my side that if you are going to file the return, then file the return very, very, very carefully. In current scenario, कई बार ये हो रहा है कि if there is difference between GSTR 1 and 3B, in that case we are not going to check. We are saying that next month we are going to make changes. So not do these type of practices, not follow these type of practices. You just need to follow. If there is difference between GSTR 1 return and you are going to change the same in next month, you are going to make the amendment in the next month. In that case, you need to make the amendments in your GSTR 3B return as well in the next month, so that it will be in a prudent, it will be in a proper way to provide the return, to file the return, to provide the return to the departmental authority. Is that okay, sir? RCM related, one important point is there. If you are going to make declaration regarding the reverse charge mechanism in your GSTR 3B return, in that case, claim the input tax credit immediately. ओके, डोंट वेट कि हम लोग इस मंथ क्लेम नहीं कर रहे हैं, इस मंथ केवल आउटपुट पे कर दिया, वी आर गोइंग टू क्लेम द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट इन नेक्स्ट मंथ और इन सब्सिक्वेंट मंथ्स. डोंट डू दिस टाइप ऑफ प्रैक्टिसेस. Suppose one more example is there. Your reverse charge mechanism regarding 1819 is pending. Okay, and you had paid that reverse charge mechanism in 2020 2021. 1 lakh rupees taxable value. 2500 was your CGST and SGST. You had not paid the same in the financial year 1819. You are going to pay the same in 2021. अब यहाँ पर आपको क्या करना है? If you are going to pay reverse charge mechanism of any previous financial year, in that case when you are going to file, suppose you had paid the same in 2021, in that case when you are going to file the annual return of 2021, in that case you need to show that reverse charge mechanism in that particular return. You should not show the reverse charge mechanism in 1819, because हम लोग बोलते हैं कि रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म मैंने जब पे किया तभी तो इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट क्लेम की, वरना अगर आपने एनुअल रिटर्न 1819 में शो कर दिया, इफ समवन हैज शो दैट रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म इन द एनुअल रिटर्न ऑफ 1819, इन दैट केस डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी विल से दैट यू हैड ऑलरेडी डिक्लेयर्ड दैट द RCM is related to 1819 in the annual return, and now you are going to pay the same in 2021, that is after the expiry of timeline of section 16 subsection 4. In that case you had done the wrong treatment, because you had shown the same after expiry of section 16 subsection 4. So you need to reverse the same with interest and you need to pay the RCM and now again. So this is my humble request to you. Suppose you are going to pay the reverse charge mechanism regarding 1819 in 2021. In that case, you need to show that reverse charge mechanism in 2021 itself. Don't show the same in 1819. Then after you can argue that sir, the reverse charge mechanism regarding 1819 which is applicable on me, मैंने वो 2021 के अंदर पे किया है, and I had also claimed the input tax credit in 2021 itself, and I have shown the things in GSTR 9 and 9C also. So, sir, I had not done any type of mistakes, and in that case, there is no penal provision and interest is applicable on me, because when I had paid the tax at that time, I had claimed the input tax credit. That is what is the argument, which is very useful for you. I had just taken the example of 1819 and 2021. You can put any financial year, you can put any figure, and the matter is related to any financial year. The same principle will be applicable. Is that okay, sir? So this is a very important information regarding reverse charge mechanism. If your client is facing these type of issues, in that case, you need to take care of these things. And this point is really very much relevant. Is that okay, sir? Sir, हम लोगों ने बहुत healthy 6 to 7 points discuss किए हैं. I just want your confirmation that each and everything is okay for you. Sir, I need comment from each and everyone that each and everything is okay for you. Now, closing reconciliation and preparation of GSTR 9 and 9C with audit data. Sir, we all know that audit season has started, income tax audit has started. So when you are going to do the income tax audit, when you are going to do the income tax audit, this is my suggestion to you to prepare proper reconciliation. Prepare proper reconciliation regarding the sales, regarding the purchase, regarding the input closing balances. I am going to share with you the reconciliation which is mandatorily you need to do at the time of your income tax audit, so that when you are going to file the GSTR 9 and 9C, it is very convenient for you. Although if you are doing only the income tax audit of that particular client, in that case also you need to do this exercise so that you can got the idea about the business of that particular entity. Okay, so what type of reconciliation is mandatory, and this is not in a time consuming task. You just need to give 15 to 20 minutes, hardly 20 minutes per reconciliation, and you are going to prepare the same in the Excel sheet. Then your time consuming also get reduced, so you need to be very much careful for that. Sir, first reconciliation is your sales reconciliation. In the sales reconciliation, you need to reconcile the sales as per the GSTN portal and sales as per the books of accounts. Okay. Sales as per portal, sales as per audit. If you found any difference, in that case, put the reason of that particular difference. And if you are going to file the income tax audit and also you are going to file the GSTR 9 and 9C, in that case, if you are going to this type of task, this is very much useful while filing GSTR 9 and 9C. And you also got the idea, if there is any rectification is pending, you can do the same till September. Okay, so you can fulfill the things till the timeline of section 16 subsection 4. और सपोज अगर आप किसी क्लाइंट का इनकम टैक्स का काम ही कर रहे हो, यू आर नॉट हैंडलिंग द वर्क ऑफ जीएसटी, एंड इन दैट केस यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग दिस टाइप ऑफ reconciliation for your verification purposes. And if there is any difference and you are suggesting the same to your client that sir, there is a difference in your sales and you just need to rectify the same before the expiry of section 16 subsection 4, that is 30th September, 30th November, or annual return whichever is earlier, in that case your client will think that ये काम तो मेरा income tax से ही कर रहा है, but he is also guiding me regarding the GST. That means this tax consultant, this chartered accountant is worthy for me. So that is what is the things we need to be very much careful. We need to take care in our mind, and also from the compliance perspective we need to check the same. Now, first reconciliation is related to your sales reconciliation. Sir, second reconciliation is related to your difference between GSTR 1 and 3B, that is your sales. Now, यहाँ पर सेल्स एज पर पोर्टल में जो आप सेल्स लेने वाले हो, यू आर गोइंग टू टेक द सेल्स एज पर GSTR 3B only. Okay, now you are going to check that there is any difference between GSTR 1 or 3B is there or not. Okay, you need to compare the taxable value, the IGST, the CGST, and the SGST as per 3B and as per 1. That is what is the format you need to follow. And you can modify the format as per your convenience, as per your practice style. There is no issue with that. I am just going to share the suggestive format which I am going to follow. Okay. Third format is related to your ITC differences. Yeah, I can say ITC reconciliation. In that case, you can put the tab IGST, CGST, and your SGST. Okay. ITC as per 3B, ITC as per books. Suppose you need to analyze cumulatively. Okay, there is no requirement to do the same on monthly basis. If you are only going to do the income tax audit of that particular client, if you are filing the GST at 9 and 9C, and if you are also handling the work of GST of that particular client, in that case, this is my suggestion. You need to check the same on monthly basis. Okay, you need to prepare the Excel sheet regarding monthly basis also. And if you want, if you require any type of reconciliation format, in that case you can WhatsApp me the requirement of your reconciliation format. Will definitely share with you the reconciliation formats in Excel also. Okay. Fourth, टू बी रिकंसिलेशन, ये तो आपको आपके इनकम टैक्स ऑडिट के लिए भी कर लेना चाहिए, बिकॉज from doing this exercise you can find out that there is any fraudulent activity or not. कहीं क्लाइंट कोई फेक इनवॉइसेस तो नहीं दिखा रहा है, या फिर कहीं कोई क्लाइंट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ फेक इनवॉइसेस आपसे ऑडिट तो नहीं करवा रहा है. सो यू कैन चेक द डेटा फ्रॉम दिस मेथड ऑल्सो. ओके सर. नाउ इन दैट केस GSTR 3B की input as per GSTR 3B and input as per GSTR 2B, and if there is any differences, in that case you need to ask your client. Fifth and last reconciliation, which is very much relevant from your audit point of view, from your GST point of view. So, सर हमने जो भी ये 5 reconciliation पे बात किया, उसमें से 4 reconciliation तो required in your audit, in your income tax audit, and one is regarding your differences between GSTR 1 and 3B and all that. You can find out the idea about the nature of that particular client. So, fifth one is your input closing balance comparison. As per books, as per total. अगर यहाँ पर कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है, if there is no difference found in your input tax closing balance comparison and books and total, in that case there is no issue, because if there is no difference between closing balance comparison, in that case everything is okay. But if you found any issue, in that case you need to check that the GSTR 2B and 3B, GSTR 3B and books of accounts, GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B, all these things. So these type of 5 reconciliation, you need to work on that currently. You need to start work on these reconciliation from now itself. Okay, so that at the time of income tax audit, at the time of GST audit, you can easily identify the things. You can easily measure the things. You can easily measure the deficiencies. Okay, so this is a very useful reconciliation, and this is my humble request to you that you should use these reconciliations while doing the income tax audit and while doing the GST audit. Sir, हमने 7 से 8 पॉइंट्स कवर कर ली हैं, एंड आई जस्ट वांट योर कंफर्मेशन दैट ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज ओके फॉर यू एंड दिस सेशन इज यूजफुल फॉर यू. जस्ट कमेंट इन द चैट बॉक्स. Sir, each and everything is okay for you, so that I am going to take the next point. We are not going to take any type of break in this session. Okay, sir, there is no break. We are going to cover the things, and after completion of things we are going to conclude the session. We are not going to take any type of break. I suppose you all are feeling well and you all are enjoying the things. Okay, सारे के सारे practical points से, no theory, and all these points I suppose very much useful for you, and the rest is depend on you. You just need to provide your feedbacks and comments and suggestions in the chat box. And if you have any query, you are free to raise the queries in the chat box. Okay, sir? Now, sir, GST PMT 09. आप सबके पास में आइडिया होगा GST PMT 09 से रिलेटेड. If I am just going to share the information with you. I am not going to detail discuss on that, because if I am going to discuss in detail on that GST PMT 09, it is itself 2 to 3 hours. Okay, but I am going to share with you the basic idea, the basic things which we need to be take care in our mind. So GST PMT 09. दिस इज एन अ वेरी यूजफुल फॉर्म. अगर मैं कहूँ जीएसटी पोर्टल पे एक कोई चीज जो सबसे सही लगती है, वो है जीएसटी पीएमटी 09. Suppose there is a balance in my tax head and I just want to transfer that to my interest head and my penalty head and my late fees head. In that case, I can easily transfer the same through that form. Okay, you just need to go to your ledger. You just need to go to your ledger. In that ledger tab, you need to electronic cash ledger, and in that cash ledger you need to file PMT09, and by filing that PMT09, if you want to transfer any amount which is available in your electronic cash ledger only, I am not talking from the point of view of credit ledger, I am just talking from the point of view of electronic cash ledger. If there is any balance which is exist in your electronic cash ledger, and if you want to transfer that cash balance from your tax head to your interest head, late fees head, for your penalty head, in that case you can easily transfer the same from the GST PMT09. How you can going to how you can find out this step? You need to go to the ledger, ledger में cash ledger, and cash ledger के में file PMT09 return. Okay. Suppose if there is cash balance in your one GSTN, and if you want to transfer the cash balance in your another GSTN same PAN number, in that case you can easily transfer from that GST PMT09. Okay. So if you want to transfer in same GSTN, this facility is available. If you want to transfer in different GSTN, this facility is also available, but condition is that the PAN should be same. PAN number should be same, GSTN can be different, and you can easily transfer the electronic cash ledger balance. Okay, sir. So GST PMT09 is also okay for you. If you have any question, you can raise the same. Sir, importance of timely filing of return. Nowadays, this is a basic problem. This is an importance of timely filing of GST returns. अगर कोई timely file करता है return, if someone is going to file timely return, in that case, कोई टाइमली फाइल करता है रिटर्न, इज दैट ओके? अगर कोई टाइम पे फाइल नहीं करता है, then I am just going to share with you certain practical consequences and certain theoretical consequences. First, suppose nowadays wo kya raha hai, client is not going to send the returns, and we are also not we are also very much busy. So in certain cases, the professionals are not going to file the return on time. This is in a situation, or in maximum cases, client is not going to send the return. So how we are going to motivate to our client that, sir, please send the return on timely basis, and what is the consequences if you are not going to send the return on timely basis? In that case, suppose the last date of GST are 3 is 20, and if you are not going to file the return on 20th, in that case on 21st, departmental authority will come to your office. Your inspector will come to your office, and they will say that why you had not filed the return. एंड अगर डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी कोई ऑफिस में आती है, इन दैट केस आगे क्या होता है ये फॉलो. Okay, there is no requirement of any type of discussion, and there is no requirement of any type of fact presenting. You all are capable to analyze these things. Okay, so you need to guide your client in that way that, sir, if you are not going to file your return on a timely basis, in that case this is a situation for you. Another point, sir, when you are going to file a loan application to the bank regarding your cash credit or overdraft facility or any term loan regarding your business expansion and regarding your business, in that case, if you are going to file a application for loan, in that case, आपके returns तो check होते हैं. Departmental banks are also going to check the timely filing of your returns, and if you are not filing your returns on time, in that case they are going to put a negative mark, because nowadays banks RBI has issued one direction to the all the banks that, sir, when you are going to pass any loan, in that case you need to check the timely filing of the GST returns, timely filing of the returns, and on the basis of that you need to provide the ranking ABCDEF, and on the basis of ranking your loan amount will differ. and certain conditions, certain modifications are there in that particular case. So from that perspective, we need to file the returns on time, so that whenever there is any requirement of any loan facility, in that case we can easily take the loan without any problem. Okay, and our ranking will be on a higher side, not on a lower side. That is what is the motivation we need to provide to our client. Okay, this is also in a very confidential information that banks are going to check the things. I am going to share with you. So we need to be very much careful with this. Okay, हम लोग रिटर्न फाइल कर रहे हैं. This is okay. We need to file the return on timely basis. Is that okay? This is a very common point. This is just an information I am going to share with you. This is an update also. We need to very much careful for this. Now, sir, हम लोग देख रहे हैं nowadays we are going to receive the notices in form GST ASMT 10. GST ASMT 10. We are going to receive the GST ASMT 10 regarding scrutiny of returns. Regarding scrutiny of returns, and this notice is reflected in your user services tab. Sir, I am also going to discuss with you the consequences if you are not going to file a reply for the GST ASMT 10. User services, in that user services tab, you can get the view additional notices. And in that case, you need to file the reply within 30 days. Okay. So in that GST ASMT 10, that is scrutiny of returns, maximum cases you are going to get the notices due to reasons. GSTR 3B versus GSTR 2A 2B. If there is any difference between 2A 2B, there is difference between GSTR 3B and GSTR 1. There is any late fees, or if you had filed the return late, in that case there is any interest. Basically, these are the reasons due to which you can receive the notices in form GST ASMT 10. And if you are not going to file the reply within 30 days of that GST ASMT 10, in that case, departmental authority has the power to start proceeding under section 73-74. They are just going to issue you the DRC 01. Sir, if you are not going to file the proper reply within 30 days, in that case they are going to issue you DRC 01, and in that DRC 01 they are just raising the demand. Okay, sir, this is your demand and you need to pay the same within this stipulated time. So this is my humble submission to you. You need to check the same. For that purposes, sir, suppose I have a 1000 clients. In that case, this is not possible for me to check each and every time that do additional tab. So you just need to guide to your client that, sir, you need to check this tab on monthly basis. Okay, you just need to check the same on monthly basis. And when you are going to check, if you found any notice, in that case, you just need to intimate to our office that there is a notice available in that particular tab. In that case, we are going to check the same. And when we are going to check the same, we just need to check the viability of that particular notice, that this notice is correct or not. In maximum time you found there is no demand, due to mistake departmental authority has issued that particular notice. So we need to be careful at that particular time. We need to check the particulars that why this notice is issued by the departmental authority. Suppose the notice is due to the interest payment. In that case, we need to check that in that particular month there is any delay in the return filing, or if there was a delay, in that case there is any circular or any information is available by the departmental authority regarding the extension of due date. If there is any difference between GSTR 2 and 3B, in that case, if there is rectification in next financial year or the difference is due to the previous financial year, we need to mention the fact. We need to mention each and every fact in our reply and give that particular reply, provide that particular reply to the departmental authority on GSTM common portal itself. There is no requirement for the physical reply. You just need to reply on the GSTM common portal within 30 days. Okay. And if departmental authority is going to satisfy with your reply, in that case, they are going to issue the order and drop the proceedings. GST A 12. Okay, and if they are not going to satisfy, they are going to fix any hearing in the department. At that time, in that department, you need to satisfy the departmental authority. You need to prove your facts, and on the basis of your facts, you can departmental authority can drop the proceedings. But if you are not going to provide the reply, in that case, they can pursue the proceeding under section 73, 74. That is, penalty is also there. And after that, you need to pay the amount. They are not going to take your references, they are not going to take your replies. You need to pay the amount in that particular case. Or another option is in your hand is that you can file the appeal to the appellant authority. So these two options is available. So sir, in case of scrutiny of return, first you should provide the reply within 30 days. And if you are going to provide the reply within 30 days, in that case there is no issue if departmental authority is going to satisfy with your reply. In that case, it is completely okay. If your reply is not satisfactory, fix the hearing and meet with the departmental authority. But if you are not going to file the reply within 30 days, in that case, they are going to start the proceeding under section 73 and 74, and this is very harmful for us. So, this is a very important information, very important thing we need to be take care in our mind. And if we are not going to file the reply of scrutiny, in that case, there is chances that our case got considered for the departmental audit process. So please be careful. File the proper reply within the given time. Is that okay, sir? So importance of timely filing and importance of सो सर हम लोगों ने क्या क्या डिस्कस किया कोर फील्ड में अमेंडमेंट अगर रिजेक्शन आता है एनी रिजेक्शन इन दैट केस वी नीड टू फाइल द मैनुअल एप्लीकेशन then after two factor authentication in case of e-bill e-invoice then after e-invoice applicability from 1st August in case your turnover exceeded by 5 crore rupees. Then after we had discussed about the e-invoice sales in e-invoice and sales in GST are one consequences and how we can resolve. Then after we had discussed on the differences between GSTR 3B and 2B and how we are going to solve this issue, how we can reconcile the figures. Then after we had discussed on the differences between GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B and also we had discussed on certain reconciliations from GSTR 9 and 9C point of view and income tax audit point of view. After that, we had discussed on GST PMD 09 and also we had discussed on the importance of the timely filing of the GST returns and also we had discussed on the return scrutiny returns GST ASMT 10, GST ASMT 11 के अंदर you need to file the reply on the GST common portal and departmental authority after satisfying with your reply will issue the order drop the proceedings order in GST ASMT 12. Is that okay, sir? Then after, sir, ये जो ड्राइव अभी चल रही है उस ड्राइव के अंदर what are the basic documents, what are the physical documents we need to maintain. So in that case, we had already discussed on that one file is to be required on the basis of you had taken the registration. Suppose the premises is a rented premises, in that case, a rent agreement should be there and one ownership proof has to be there. Rent agreement should be updated. ऐसा नहीं हो you are going to take the 5-year old rent agreement. Okay, so rent agreement should be updated and your ownership proof is to be there. With that, you need to maintain your GST registration certificate in front of your business premises. Also, one board should be there on your business premises, and also 3 months returns should be there in the file or in the soft copy, whatever will be the situation. But there is no requirement regarding the verification of inventory and regarding the verification of books of accounts at the time of physical verification in this special drive. If departmental authority is going to verify the same, in that case, they need to issue a prior notice to you, and after that notice, they can verify the inventory and all that. That is what is the thing which we need to be take care. So physical documents we need to maintain. We had discussed. Okay, sir. Next, GST portal data versus income tax data. We all know this fact. Okay, our data which is on the GSTN portal is linked with your income tax data. When you are going to download the 26 A's from the income tax portal, you will get the sales detail in that particular tab. So when we are going to file the income tax audit, we need to be very much careful regarding the reconciliation of sales. The sales which is in our GSTN portal should be same with our income tax portal. There should be no mismatch. Okay, sir. So, and if there is any mismatch is available, in that case, you need to prepare the reconciliation of that mismatch. This is our responsibility. So, this season is called as the income tax audit season. Hence, I am just going to discuss certain points which is very much relevant regarding our income tax audit in this particular session. Okay, sir. Now, सर सेक्शन 49 सबसेक्शन 12 मैं हमेशा इस सेक्शन पे बात करता हूं और nowadays also certain number of litigations are due to that section 49 subsection 12, that is if your turnover got exceeded by 50 lakh rupees in that particular month, in that case in that month you need to pay 1% of your total tax liability in cash through your cash ledger. Sir, suppose my turnover crossed 55 lakh rupees in the particular month. This limit is month wise, not year wise. No any annual limit is there. This limit is completely based on your monthly sales. If your monthly sales got exceeded by 50 lakh rupees, in that case, आपकी total tax liability का, not of your sales, your tax liability is 55 lakh पे जो भी tax बनता है, total tax liability का 1% you need to pay in cash. Okay, if you are not going to pay the same, in that case, at the time of departmental authority will say, sir, your turnover got exceeded by 50 lakh rupees and you had not paid the tax in cash. Why? तो आप बोलोगे सर मैंने क्रेडिट से पे कर दिया. So departmental authority will say, no, you are not eligible for the same, so you need to pay the 1% in cash, sir. So आप उस समय, if you are going to argue that sir, we had already paid the amount, we had already adjusted our credit, can we take back that input tax credit? Departmental authority will say, sir, timeline as per section 16 subsection 4 has already lapsed, so you are not eligible to take the same. So in that case, consequence is that आपको 1%, you need to pay 1% in cash also, and you are not going to claim any type of input tax credit. You are not going to claim any reversal of that input tax credit. So that is what is the consequences. We need to be very much careful for that. If the turnover for a particular month crossed by 50 lakh rupees, in that case, 1% of total tax liability should be paid in cash. Certain exclusions are there. If you had paid income tax above 1 lakh rupees, in that case, there is no requirement to fulfill this condition. Okay. If you had claimed the refund, in that case, there is no requirement to fulfill that particular condition. And if you had already paid the cumulative sum of 1%, which is excess, in that case, there is no requirement to pay the same. So, sir, why this section 49 subsection 12? The basic reason is that department just want to reduce the fake invoicing. Fake invoicing और पेपर ट्रांजेक्शंस को यहाँ पर रिड्यूस करने के लिए ये वाला प्रोविजन आया. बिकॉज इफ यू हैड क्लेम द रिफंड इन दैट केस एट द टाइम ऑफ फाइलिंग ऑफ द रिफंड एप्लीकेशन, डिपार्टमेंटल अथॉरिटी हैज चेक्ड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. So departmental authority को assurance है कि you are not doing the fake things. If you are paying the income tax return, income tax, in that case, this is also an assurance to the departmental authority that the form is genuine. So these things we need to be very much careful regarding section 49 subsection 12. Sir, each and everything is okay to you. Yes, sir. If you have any question, you can raise the same in the chat box. I am here to solve the questions also. So now, late fees till 30th June 2023, we have certain relief is there in late fees if you are not filed, if your client is registered under composition scheme and he has not filed the annual return In that case, currently you can pay 1000 rupees late fees, 500 CGST, 500 SGST, and you can, you can pay 500 rupees late fees and you can file that particular return. 250 CGST, 250 SGST, and you can file the annual return. So this is my suggestion. You can file that annual return. If you had closed any business, okay, your client has closed any business and due to any technical issue and due to any oversight, if you had not filed the final return, that is GSTR 10, in that case, till 30th June, you can file that particular return because the original, the normal late fees is 10,000 rupees, but till 30th June 2023, you can file that GSTR 10 with payment of the late fees of 1,000 rupees also. If you had not filed the GSTR 9 and 9C return of previous financial years, in that case, till 30th June, you can file the GSTR 9 and 9C return also with a nominal fees. Okay, sir. So this is the relief which is available till 30th June. So this is my humble request to you. If any compliance is pending at your end, you can file those compliances very easily with a very nominal amount of late fees. Then after, sir, scrutiny notices, that is GST ASMT 10, we had already discussed. You need to file a counter submission with the facts, if possible, then include certain case studies and judgment with your reply, and if possible, then also if there was a mistake due to any technical issue, in that case you just need to put the screenshot of those technical issues with the departmental authority, that is with the scrutiny notices. One more humble submission is with you with that. If you found any issue on the GSTN portal while filing of any type of returns and forms, and due to that you are not going to file that return, you are not able to file that return on form, in that case, immediately raise one grievance on the GST grievance readdressal portal. So that at the time of litigation, at the time of business audit, this is an proof in your hand. You can prove that, sir, we had already informed the same to the technical team. Okay, sir. So that is what is the point which is related to the scrutiny of returns. GSTR 2G should be matched with your GSTR 3B return, and how we are going to match the things we had already discussed on that. Sir, business audit versus scrutiny of returns, we had already discussed. If you are not going to provide the return, if you are not going to provide the reply of the notices of scrutiny, in that case, department may take the case under business audit. So we need to be very much careful for that. Now, sir, if suppose you are a government contractor, you are a construction contractor, your client is a construction contractor. In that case, construction contractor, in that case, we need to be very much careful for that. Sir, those sales which is available in the TDS TCS credit, the same, on the basis of same, you need to file your GSTR 1 return and your GSTR 3B return. Suppose, as per your TDS TCS credit statement, your the sales is 50 lakh rupees and you are going to report in your GSTR 1 and 3B return just 40 lakh rupees on the basis of bank receipt. Because कई बार क्या होता है, हम लोग मैक्सिमम केसेस हम लोग देख रहे हैं, इन केस ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन they are going to file the return on the basis of bank receipt, on the basis of bank statement. So in that case, we need to be very much careful for that. We need to file the return on the basis of TDS and TCS credit. If the income is in bank statement is 45 lakh and as per TDS TCS credit, the sale is 50 lakh rupees. In that case, we need to file the return of 50 lakh rupees. Monthly, we need to check the TDS TCS credit. In case of government, especially if you are doing the work of government, if your client is doing the work of governmental entity, governmental authority, we need to take care of these things. Okay, sir. So TDS TCS credit should be matched with your sales. Okay, sir. Amendment in core field we had already discussed. If you are going to cancel the registration, one important information is there. After the order of cancellation by the departmental authority, you just need to file the final return GSTR 10. And for GSTR 10, there is a timeline. अभी बाकी है, आप उसको मिनिमम लेट फीस के साथ यहाँ पर पे कर सकते हो. That is, you can file the GSTR 10 return with a late fees of 1,000 rupees till 30th June. Okay, sir. So these are the important points. These are the updates which is very much relevant in this current scenario. So in last 1.5 hour, 1 hour and 40 minutes, we have discussed all these things. If you have any issue, if you have any doubt, you are there to raise the questions in the chat box. Okay, sir. Now, I am going to discuss on two important update which is on GSTN portal. Okay, invoice verifier app. Sir, one app is available. Through that app, you can easily verify the e-invoice. Sir, I am going to discuss each and every line of this advisory which is available on the GST and Common Portal. Who information I have just taken from the GST and Common Portal and paste the same in the sheet so that we can discuss, and you can also know that the information is also available on the GST and Common Portal. We just need to check the GST and Common Portal information tab. E-invoice verifier app developed by the GSTN has been introduced, which offer a convenient solution for verifying e-invoices and other related details. GSTN understands the importance of efficient and accurate e-invoice verification, and this app aims to simplify the process of your convenience. E-invoice verifier app key features क्या है? QR code verifier है, user friendly interface है, comprehensive coverage है, non login based है. That means on that particular app there is no requirement to log in. You just need to put the invoice number or QR code. If you are going to put that QR code, you will get all the information, and from that information you can identify that the counterparty is genuine or not, or the things which is an e-label portal, e-invoice portal is genuine or not. Okay, so you can download the same from the Google Play Store. Search for invoice QR code verifier, download and install the app on your mobile device free of charge. QR code आपको स्कैन करना है. You need to QR code. GSTN emphasizes that e-invoice verifier app does not require any user login and authentication process. And जैसे ही आप लोग QR code स्कैन करोगे, you will get all the information regarding that particular e-invoice. That is one in the way which is very much useful for the clients. So we can suggest to our client, we can guide to our client that you just need to download this app, and after downloading this app, you can use this app. Okay, now new facility to verify document reference number mentioned on offline communication issued by the state GST authorities. That means to reduce the fake notices, to reduce the certain hardship, harassment of the clients, harassment of the taxpayers. Government has come with this important thing. अगर आपके पास में कोई भी ऑफलाइन नोटिस आता है, okay, as GST authority, if state authority is going to issue any offline notices to you, in that case, on that particular notices and reference number, document reference number should be there. So you need to check that reference number, or you can verify that reference number on GST and Common Code. That means कोई भी नोटिस अगर स्टेट जीएसटी अथॉरिटी इश्यू करता है, in that case they need to first present the fact, the scan copy of the notice on the GST and Common Portal, and from that portal they are going to generate the RFN, and the same RFN should be there on that particular notice. And when you are going to get that notice of RFN, in that case you need to check that the RFN is available on the GST and Common Portal. That is, you need to log into the GST and Common Portal. Under User Services tab, you can got the tab that is Verify RFN. And when you are going to click on that, after putting the RFN which is on the notice, you can verify that the notice is genuine and not. So this is a very important facility which is generated, and this is a very important information for us. Because जैसे ही कोई notice आता है, we are directly going to provide the reply. We are not going to check the authenticity of that notices. So from that facility, we can check the authenticity of the notices. Is that okay, sir? So, sir, in this session, in this 1 hour and 45-minute session, we have discussed on multiple changes which is there. Okay, although हमने कोई बजट के अमेंडमेंट्स के बारे में बात नहीं की, although हमने ऐसा कोई अमेंडमेंट आया नहीं जिसके ऊपर हमने बात की, but we had talked on the two-way factor authentication, e-invoice changes. We had discussed on the RFN, we had discussed on the application which is on the GST and Common Portal, and also we had discussed on the update which is very much relevant for us in the current scenario, that we have, how we are going to prepare the reconciliation at the time of income tax audit, how we are going to file the return in a foolproof way, how we can file various forms regarding the core field amendment, non-core field amendments, how we can generate the e-invoice, how we can compare the data which is on the GSTN portal, GSTR1 and the e-invoice portal, how we can reconcile the input tax credit which is on GSTR2B and GSTR3B. These are the things we had covered. So, sir, if you have any doubt, if you have any query, you are free to raise the queries in the chat box. I will going to provide the reply in the chat box itself. Also, there is no issue. If you found any issue in future, you can connect with me over my WhatsApp. There is no issue with that. I am going to share my WhatsApp number. Okay, you can connect with me over WhatsApp only. Okay, so within a given time, I will provide you the reply of your query. Okay, sir. So thank you and thank you for the patience learning. मिलते हैं और किसी सेशन में. Thank you. Stay connected for more updates.